Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm giving you guys a little story time on a time when I was scammed by Cheap Caribbean. So let's get into the video. Okay guys, so if you guys are not aware of what Cheap Caribbean is a merchant that helps people go on trips to like Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Bahamas, all these Caribbean countries or islands, and that's what they do. They make it for a cheaper price. So me and my friend, we decided to use Cheap Caribbean for this year to go to Cancun, Mexico. And when we did, we booked the trip in February, and we did it in two parts. We paid for some of the trip in the beginning, and we paid for some of the trip a month before the trip happened. But we didn't get to do that because coronavirus happened in March. So in my head, I was waiting for Cheap Caribbean to reach out to me and my friend, to send us an email stating, hey, we're canceling the trip or we're canceling flights because coronavirus has happened and we can't accommodate you guys. So it's like March 21st. That's when Corona was like real, like it was getting real in New York City. I'm from New York City and it was getting real. So I'm just worried. I'm like, okay, I don't know, maybe we can still go. Maybe Corona is not, coronavirus is not that bad. And at the time, no one knew how bad coronavirus would be. So I was just playing it by ear. I was just like, it ain't gonna be that bad. Me and my friends can still go. So as time went on, like by the end of March, no one said anything. We were supposed to go on a trip in April. So I decided to stop the trip or the merchant from taking any more money from my card. And so, I changed my card. I got a new card, and I told them I don't want them to take any more money, so I just want a new card, and that's that. So that's what my bank did for me. So when it was time for me to get a refund for the trip that I could not take, and here's the crazy part, we were in the middle of a pandemic. Cheap Caribbean not once emailed me or sent me a letter, a phone call, a text to me and my friends stating that we could not travel out of the country. I'm pretty sure they knew where we were from. Like, you swiped my card, you took the money off my card, so I'm pretty sure you knew I was from New York City. They did not care. And at the time, New York City was like on lockdown. The airplanes, airports, none of those things were working, right? At that time. Like, we were literally shut down and meant to stay home. So I took it upon myself to cancel it so that the people wouldn't take any more money from my card, because it seemed like they was just gonna take my money and keep going along with the process. And I'm just like, we physically cannot leave our state and or the country, so like give us back our money. Like, why are you not stopping the trip? Why are you not giving us any money or any refund? So I called and I waited so long on the phone with someone from Cheap Caribbean. First of all, it's such a scam. You can't talk to anyone in charge or head. They're like, oh, they're busy, we can't let you speak to this person right now. And sometimes they even hang up the phone on you. I've had so many phone calls with Cheap Caribbean. They are the worst. They're not good at customer service. They don't give refunds, and they're just shit. And I'm forgetting so many things. I paid for insurance because you never know what's gonna happen. You can plan to go to all these places, all these trips, and you never know what's gonna happen. So in my head, before we even booked the trip, I told my friend, let's get traveler's insurance. That way, God forbid, if someone in our family gets sick and we can't go, or vice versa, like on the trip if someone's sick and we have to go home, we'll still get some of our money back. So that's what we did. We paid for traveler's insurance. So when it was time for me to get the refund of the first portion of money that we spent on the trip, remember, I didn't let them take the second half. So as it was time for us to get the first portion of the money for the trip, it was a hassle. It was legit a hassle to get this money. So I'm on the phone with everyone from Cheap Caribbean, and they're like, oh, it's not a part of our policy. You don't have the right traveler's insurance. We can't give you a refund. We didn't ask for coronavirus to happen. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, neither did I ask for it to happen, but y'all gonna give me my money back. Somebody's gonna give me my money back. I was literally getting irate with them, like, somebody's going to give me my money. I don't care who it is, who processed it, who took the money and put it there, where, here, I don't care. Get my money back to me. So I'm on the phone with so many people. A lot of people actually, they'll just keep saying the same thing. We can't get a refund, we can't get a refund. Or they'll say, any more questions? Any more questions? Like, they're like robots. Like, what the hell is wrong with them? And some of them would even hang up the phone. They'd be like, well, if that's all, that's all, then I have to go, and they'll hang up. It's so freaking crazy. So freaking crazy. So I went through that for months. I've been going through that with Cheap Caribbean since March of 2020, and it is now September 2020. So I begged and pleaded for months just for them to return my money that I spent with them for something that I could not do, you know? So me and my friend, we decided to dispute it. Well, I decided to dispute it because she sent me the money and I used my card. So everything was on me. I decided to dispute it with the bank, and that's what I did. So I went to the bank, I told them the issue, I disputed it with them, and they gave me provisional credit. So that means they give you money until they can figure out, they refund you the amount until they can figure out what's going on, why I didn't give you the money, yada, 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 things like that, right? Let me move back for you guys. So that's what they did. My bank refunded me the provisional credit. So that means they give me the money until they figure it out, and it's only about 90 days that they give you, or no, I think it's 21 days that they give you until they take the money back. So my bank was trying to contact Cheap Caribbean. Cheap Caribbean wasn't even answering emails, none of that. They weren't getting in contact with anyone. So my bank reversed the money out of my account. So they're reversing like $900 at a time out of my account for something that I had no whereabouts. I didn't know. Like, it just, I woke up one day negative 900 in my account, and I'm just like, I'm mad at my bank because I'm like, you guys didn't tell me that you were going to take the money back. You guys just did it. Like, you don't know what I have to do with my money. You don't know what bills I have to pay. What's wrong with you guys? So they just kept doing that back and forth. So I said, you know what? I'm done with it. I let the bank take the money out of my account. I let them reverse the funds again. And I was just, I'm done. I'm not even gonna fight for it. I missed out on this 800 to 900 bucks for this trip that I paid for, and that's that. Also, when I did get refunded from my bank, I gave my friend her portion, and I took mine thinking that it was okay. Because in my head, if I got the refund, we good. But no, my bank said otherwise, and they took the money back from me. So I just gave up on getting the money back. I gave up on getting the refund and all of that stuff, right? So I decided to call in July of this year. I called and I told one of the representatives I had enough. I want to speak to someone in customer service, and I want you to get me to the highest person in this company. So it was a lady, maybe she was of Indian descent, I'm not sure, she had an accent. So she's like, I can't really do that. And then she's like, I'm like, I really don't want to speak to you. I want to speak to someone in charge. And so she's like, okay. So she gets me to someone in charge, and the guy in charge is like, oh, I don't know if we can refund you because we already took the money to pay for the flights. I'm like, what flights? I didn't go on any flights. I didn't go anywhere. What is wrong with you guys? Clearly you saw that I didn't get on the plane. And clearly a lot of people probably didn't get on the plane as well. It shouldn't be that hard for me to go back and forth with you guys on getting a refund for something that I could not do and something that I did not have no control over. No one asked for coronavirus. So like, it was baffling to me that they was trying so hard to give people their money. So the guy's like, let me call you back. I'll see if we can get a refund. So I'm like, please do something. He's like, I can refund you for the room. So he gave me a refund for the transaction in the room. And he's like, oh, but you have to wait 70 days for the refund to show up in your account. And me being the idiot that I am, I'm like, okay. I'm thinking like, yeah, in 70 days I'm gonna have my money back. So let's just wait for that, y'all. So then 2 days later he calls me. He's like, oh, I can give you the money back for the flights too. The airlines refunded you the money for the flights. So I'm like, good. I owe my money back from y'all, good. So he's like, remember, you gotta wait 70 days for this refund. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, Okay, 70 days. I never heard that before, but whatever. At least I'm getting my money back. I don't have to keep going back and forth with the bank, right? So here comes September, the beginning of September, about the 70th day mark. I call the bank and I'm like, hey, I don't know if you guys see it, but I had a refund. Sorry, y'all, my chest is all out. This blouse, I need like some tape to hold me up, to cover me up, because I wanted to wear this blouse. It's not really hot anymore, so I'm wearing it in the house. I thought it would be sexy for the video, but I don't want y'all to see my boobs popping out and all of that. But anyways, don't get distracted. So, I called the bank. It's September. It's around the 70th day mark, and I'm just like, I don't know if you guys saw a refund come from this merchant, but please, I want my money. So the bank is like, oh yeah, we saw the money. We saw the refund. So I'm sitting there like, why y'all didn't give it to me? What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all didn't give me the refund? And they're like, oh, we saw it in July. So the merchant refunded me my money, and it came to my card like the second week after they refunded it to me. I didn't have to wait 70 days. But for some reason, they told me to wait 70 days because apparently if you don't check on your refunds on claims after 60 days with the bank, it's null and void. Like the bank can't do anything about it. So the bank is like, oh yeah, we saw the refund in July, like July 29th, and it was blocked. So I'm sitting there like, what the I'm sitting there like, it was blocked. So no one called me, no one emailed me, no one sent me a text stating that I had funds in another account. So let's get that straight too. The merchant refunded the funds to my old card that I turned off because I didn't want them to take any more money. Now it's adding up, right? So I'm like, any other time I get money from an old account, you guys just transfer it over. But all of a sudden, you guys don't want to give it to me. It's blocked. I'm like, what's going on with you and Cheap Caribbean? Now I'm sick of TD Bank and I'm sick of Cheap Caribbean. I'm just like, I'm done with this narrative. I'm done with this story. I don't want to mess with TD Bank no more. I don't want to mess with Cheap Caribbean. I'm just over it. I want my money back. So I have people from the bank saying, oh, we're going to transfer it over. We're going to transfer it over. I've been having them saying that for 2 weeks now. Nothing has been transferred over. So guess what I do? I dispute my refund being in the old card. So I disputed it. Now I was given the provisional credits, and now the bank is asking me, oh, we need proof that you was refunded this money. I was just over it. I was over it, guys. I'm just over talking about this, but I just want to let you guys know that Cheap Caribbean is not a good source to travel to. My best advice is to go with a traveling agency that's known. Check your reviews, check your all of that, do all of that stuff before you book a trip with your card and they keep playing with you and your money, because you don't want to go through this. You don't want to go through what I went through. Also, Cheap Caribbean, they don't do refunds. So like, if you see that with a traveling agency, know right then and there that you're gonna have problems. God forbid if anything happens, you know? If we have another pandemic, or if something happens in your family, just know that that will be a case if the traveling agency says you guys don't get refunds. But I made this video to say that I will not be traveling with Cheap Caribbean ever again. I won't purchase any more trips with them. And I also learned a new lesson. I'm going to be booking trips with my credit card from now on. That way, no one will have access to my debit card account, and my money will be safe with me. And at least with the credit card, the bank can handle that on their own and let me know what's going on, because it's not my money, it's the bank's money. So the bank will get their money back one way or another. So I hope you guys don't experience what I experienced. I hope you guys are safe from COVID-19. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves and just trying to find light in every little situation that we have every day. This was very tolling. It took a toll on me for the past couple of months, because no one likes for their money to be played with, and we're in the middle of a pandemic. People need money, you know? I need money to eat, I need money to live and to do things. So this was very unfortunate to me. But me personally, I believe Cheap Caribbean is a scam. They're not legit. And if you have gone on trips with Cheap Caribbean and you were successful, good for you. If you haven't, I'm sorry to hear that. It's just I won't be traveling with them anymore. And this is my story on how they treated me. So if you guys have traveling agencies or are in traveling the traveling business, please let me know. Some websites that are legit and they do refunds and they help you and they have great customer service, so I can book a trip to travel, because I kind of want to travel for my 25th birthday this year in December. So if you guys want to help me out, please comment down below some great traveling agencies and all those good things. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you had a similar experience, let me know in the comments down below just how you feel. Spill it all out, girl. Spill it all out, girl, boy, whoever, mom, dad. Spill it out so we can talk. I want to talk to you guys. I want to communicate. But I said a whole mouthful. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button so you can get notifications on when I post new videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.